All right, so we just had War Games, which sounds like it's the last WWE pay-per-view of premium live event, and this was Survivor Series, but it was War Games. Let's just be honest. So opening match, of course, was women's War Games. Now these are really easy to cover because they're just car crashes. With your openings being taken by Belair and Kai. So whereas this, heel team had the advantage. They did a lot of good work. Ripley looked strong in this. I liked seeing her, hit the manhandle, not the manhandle. Sorry, hit the riptide. This one match, there's so much random stuff going on. Hitting the riptide on Becky. I watched those two have a feud. Seeing Asuka hit her with the mist, and she spends like the next majority of the match with like a purplish hue all over her face. Just, oh man, they brought in ladders that they used for one spot, but it was a killer spot to see. A breaking, so doing like the table spot in the corner, but using a ladder instead. Good to see. There were some issues early on in the match. I don't know if it's like Io was going for one of her corner moves is the double knees where she posts up on the top. I don't know if her hair got caught in the cage or if her wrist got caught. Something she had an issue trying to hit it. So some little bits and pieces here, and I think that's more just unfamiliarity with trying to be in this sort of match for the majority of competitors. And it was damage control being put on a table, and Becky Lynch diving off the top of the cage to put two members through the table, got the pinfall. Solid match, really, really hot opener. And I was like, how do you follow that up? Finn and AJ. These two guys beat each other. I mean, the giant welts and bruises on Finn's back that were showing in the middle of the match were insane. And all the marks you started seeing forming on AJ. Really fantastic. These two guys, I almost want to go, I wouldn't actually mind if they wanted to end the Judgment Day, OC feud. If they want to do it in a chamber match, yes, 3-on-3 chamber match elimination style. Or I don't think we've ever done like a tag team Iron Man match, like a 6-man Iron Man match. Just let them go at it for 30 minutes. But AJ got the victory here. Of course, it made sense to do the women's War Game match first, then you take out the two women from both factions, but incredible match. I thought, this is the second time they fought. Yep, because there was the illness outbreak, which cost us seeing the Bray Wyatt Sister Abigail Demon Finn Balor match, or Pumpkin Demon versus Drag Bray Wyatt Sister Abigail. But fantastic match. Good way to keep the crowd invested. And then we went to the Ronda Rousey Shotzi match. I like Shotzi. I think she's fantastic. Great look, lots of personality. Really nice, face moveset. High risk offense. Looks fantastic. And even when it looks sloppy, it looks great because it looks devil may care. It's kind of like watching like a female version of Darby Allin. But the storyline for this, why did it feel like didn't we go through this with Liv for like 3 months? You're overlooking me. But I'm gonna take it to a whole different level. That we just run that angle? You're a bully. I feel like we're getting derivative now of Ronda Rousey storylines. But Rousey retained. Match was fine. It probably didn't help that she went from just a car crash women's match into two of the best wrestlers in the world, and then you follow that up and you're like, oh, okay. Triple threat match. The one that Rollins asked for. Freaking Rollins. There were some fantastic spots in this. I've seen Theory reverse the Hurt Lock to try to get a pin like Brock did, but then interrupted by a frog splash from Rollins. I was like, oh, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. Rollins using Theory to help get post up to hit a really strong stomp on Lashley. Brilliant stuff. If you look at where Seth is at now, I mean, he's, even when Austin was like, your best years are ahead of you, and it's like, that's insane. Like, he's really good, but he has hit this whole different level with this character and the way the crowd reacts to it. Finish was, again, a really executed 3-person spot. Superplex, going for the Falcon Arrow. Falcon Arrow has him up for it. Spear by Lashley. Theory falls on top. 3 count. Theory's your champ. And I was like, ooh. I'm like, all right. All right. Are we moving Rollins up? Because Rollins' reigns at this year's Royal Rumble was fantastic. I'm like, all right. That was solid. Really solid. Need to see where they take Rollins from here. And then the men's War Games match. Butch and Jay. Okay. Heels down the whole time. For this, the MVU, Most Valuable Uso, goes to Sammy. Sammy being the second one in for the heel team. It's like, all right. Roman's like, no. You're going to go, you and Jay don't get along. No. You guys make it work. He and Jay back and forth the majority of the match. He saved him quite a few times. And and then they did a Beats of the Bowery spot where all 5 members of the Bloodline were there. They hit about 120 because there's 5 guys, each hit counts as 5. It was just they got to 100, people started falling. So I'm pretty sure getting hit in the chest 20 times is gonna make you fall to your knees eventually. But seeing Roman, eat a pop up in a stunner, ref comes down for 1, ref comes down for 2, and you see Sammy dive and grab the ref's arm, doesn't hit the 3. So they really had not touched the whole match. Super kick. Owens catches it. What are you doing, Sammy? Sammy, low blow. Looks to Roman. Roman gives him the head nod. Haluva kick. Points to Jay. Jay hits the splash. 1, 2, 3. Bloodline wins because of Sammy Uso. And crowd stupid hot for it too. And I was like, man, right now, your 2 top characters, according to the fans, are Sammy Uso and Seth Rollins. They are your 2 biggest sustained pops from the crowd. So if this is the last Premium Live event of the year, great. Let's start building to Royal Rumble. Love it. Really solid job. Because now you know that eventually when the Bloodline does turn on Sammy, it's going to be amazing. It's right up there with everyone going, because when Orton turns on Riddle, it's going to work. Crowd's super invested. Crowd's going to be so heartbroken when it happens. And with this, it's the same thing. They went, we have gold in this storyline, but do we have platinum? What? Let's let that a little bit longer. Crowd's invested into it. No one's bored with it. Random things that Sammy has said have become t-shirts. Let's see where this goes. And Bloodline, they won, but they didn't look as dominant, which was really good. And fantastic use of War Games.